Nagabenta ki khubor ba man kasni pet but subscribe ya u Antor News. Kublai phi baroh kini longi khubor bam ta kasni. Ka sunjuki Rangbah shnong jong ka thamri bhoi ha ka jingelam jong ba bibi makdo kala lummi ka jinge thir jingmot ki kampan roi ha district ri bhoi bat ya jan ba ka sarkar ong utei Rangbah shaki mentri sarkar hasim pol parishol nongpo men ha kan ri utrik ujimang ka jingya jan jong ki kli nong sin shar shnong ka thamri bhoi ki blade mer jingmot bat pensngo sha mentri Rangbah ka jila u konrad ki sangma u president ka sinjuk ulapan pau ya ka jingdan kam ban penti kana ba ka jingpen roi hari bhoi kan long khlam kinu ki jingpen thun nabar bat ulaban jur halor ka jingdan kam ban yada ya ka jingyo benta jung ki pat ba shnong ha ki kam pen roi jung ka district u mentri Rangbah ka jila u konrad ki sangma ne ka sngi ulalek benta ha ka jingelang bala pelong da ka sinjuk ki Rangbah shnong ri bhoi hasin pol parishol nongpo Haga ba ulaya kren berki Rangbah shnong berki nongelam shnong na keleng kari bhoi district kane ga jingelang kalawan ra alang yi ki khot ka sinjung ki pat ba nong mi khmat berki he officer sarkar banya kren halor ka sinshar pat ba hashnong ki jingdon kampen roi bar ka benta jung ki tnat shnong ban kentiu ya ka bha ka miat jong ki pat ba Hagani ka jingelang ka sinjuk ki Rangbah shnong ri bhoi kala IT ya ka dor khas si umentri Rangbah kabagdawi ki benta ki bidan kam e ban penroi ye kari bhoi district kane ga dor khas kaba benta ha ga jing tei jing draw pat ba bar ga jing pen khan ye kitna shnong bat jing ya pat ba kala dawa ye ga jing yo government college hanong po ka jing pen khan ye ga boarding electric bar ki nong trei ka jing pen bet pat ba ye yo jing ye di jing ye thiet jing ye pen ya jing ye dei ba jing ye benta shnong khapun ka kot ka khya ba jing ye rap pat ba ha ki jaka nong kendong Haba ai jingkran u mentri Rangbah u konrad ki sangma ula ai jingero ya ga benta jung ki Rangbah shnong ha ga jingeda ya kariti ka dustur ba de ka jingelong jingyatli jung ka jila Meghalaya bar kumjuru ha ka balong ka jingyeso hapreng ka sarkar bat ki pat ba ula ongru ba ka sarkar jila kala yai beteng ban train na ka benta ka jingpen roi pat ba ka ba yarungkat habaro ki district jong ka jila
I'll tell you why. The reason is because the expenditure that we have in one government college, with that same money, that same expenditure, we can support about 5 people's colleges. So, keeping the monetary impact in mind, we in the education department decided that let us support and give structured pay at the government rate or the government scale to the different colleges that are there in different districts and different areas and support them so that the overall education level at the college education can be supported and we can support more colleges at the grassroots level. So that is and we approximately pay close to 50 crores to these people's college. And it has been a great blessing. If we had gone to the government college, then because of other expenditures involved and other formalities involved, with the same money of 50 crores, maybe only 5 government colleges could have been functioning. So, keeping that in mind, we have gone to People's College, but I can understand Rangbah being a very, very large area and education facilities being very, very scarce and very less. I will definitely examine this demand for a government college. I don't want to promise because obviously I want to do my homework before I say anything. But I can assure you one thing, that definitely at the People's College, we will support many, many colleges. I can assure you that. We intend to support many colleges at the People's College. And as I said, that helps us to support more colleges. But the demand for a college, government college also is genuine. I will look into the financials and I will call you once again to discuss this and then I'll share a number with you and you can tell me that would you prefer one government college or with the same money support 3-4 colleges all across Rangbah that we can have maybe one towards Boilabong, one towards Bardini-Hal, one in the center out here, one towards the border. So like that we can then have multiple colleges. So it's really the question of
Top to this agenda, that is on power sector, sir. Power, indeed, basic fundamental aspects of human existence. But coming to Ribhoi district, there's power. Besides Ribhoi district having 4 stages of power distribution unit, but the frequent disruption, it has really affected the basic needs, either in domestic activities, institutional sector, and especially the business sector. That is number 1. And number 2, so on finding out from the Shnong, Rangbah on finding out that why this had happened, there are some agendas at some point received from the departments that there are shortage of manpower, either through the linemen, either through the experts or the engineers on the field. So I would request our Honorable Chief Minister to take a look on this matter. I think all the headmen will agree with me that the disruption of power in this area, especially our Ribhoi district, has really hampered our daily activities. Thank you, sir.
The last time when I had a review with the BCL along with Sanjay Gulad sir, at that time the promised deadline was April, May or May.
This year.
Yes, sir.
That means
So the structure is completion.
what's the size?
132 PV stations.
And this is not an excuse, but I think it's important to understand the problem, why this happens so often. The entire power sector is divided into 3 parts: generation, transmission and distribution. So where we have problem in this area where the frequent disruption takes place is the distribution area. Now, why does the distribution have these problems? When we have to distribute power to villages, we have to create different stations and substations. These substations and stations basically control a specific area. Now in Meghalaya for the last 54 years, 53, 54 years, the problem is that the investment that was required to be made in distribution, and especially under substations, was not done in a balanced manner. And for whatever reason, the infrastructure in and around Shillong, because it's a capital and from earlier as well some time, the major substations and investments were made in and around Shikhung. And therefore, almost all the other areas across our state, they have suffered. It's not just Nongpo, it's the same in almost all the rural areas. You go to Baroh Hills, you go to southwest Khasi Hills, you come to Ribhoi, and also if you go towards some parts of Jingkylli Hills. Our main problem is because of lesser substations. Now let me explain how this works. If there is a substation that is out here, which handles this entire room, that's what's happening. So one substation is today covering 100 square kilometer, for example. If there is some cut in the power or some trip that takes place out here, the person living out there also the power goes off. Right in the corner of this room. And if the power trips out there, in that corner also, the power goes off here. This is the complexity of substation. Now imagine, this is only one room, but imagine 100 square kilometer. If one substation is handling this, then it becomes very, very difficult to immediately restore the power back, because it takes time for us to figure out where the tripping took place. So therefore, you see this kind of situation that takes place in the power sector because of the distribution network, transmission network not having sufficient substations as we must have. That is a legacy problem and a problem we've been facing for 54 years plus. Now, two reasons or two solutions to this. The first solution is, of course, that we construct more substations. So once we have many substations, and this one room is divided into 4 parts, one substation handling this, one substation handling this, one substation handling this, and one substation up there. Then any tripping that takes place here does not will affect the rest of the sections. Solution number 1, to at least start in a phase-wise manner. So we take about 10-15 substations every year and we start building them up. Good news for Rangbah is that a very large 132 kV substation is being constructed. It's almost completed. I hope that maybe in the next 2-3 months we'll be able to charge it also. And once that substation comes up, you will have a large relief, at least in this area and adjoining areas. The second is, of course, manpower. So more substations, and in the interim, more manpower is required, which is correctly mentioned by MECL. The problem is again that this is 100 square kilometer. So even if I one area, 100, we can enhance the manpower temporarily, at least so that some relief can be given. But that is going to be temporary in nature only. Permanent relief is only when we get substations, which is happening. And as I said, in Rangbah also, a very large substation, which was again pending for a long time, that should be cleared very soon. But I take your suggestion. It's a very difficult problem. It's not a problem we can solve immediately. The biggest problem, of course, we had was the financial position of MECL, which was very bad, as you all know. But today, with government support, where government is even today, we are supporting MECL every year with a subsidy of over 900 crores. You know, public should know this, that today government of Meghalaya gives MECL approximately 900 crores every year, just so that we can have power every day, just so that there is no official load shedding. Unregulated load shedding because of lightning and other tripping happens, but there is no regulated load shedding anymore because government is paying enough money to MECL and for manpower and even for. So now for 900 crores you can take more manpower and go to 1,000 crores. That is the only decision you can take. So it's not a very easy decision to pay 900 crores. And our total budget for Meghalaya is 30,000 crores. So almost 3% of our budget is being given as cash in what we are seeing today in the power sector. And therefore these reforms we are doing now is slowly having impact, and we'll be happy to know that very soon MECL will see a huge changeover, and we will be able to reduce the dependency on the state government. And from 900 crores, maybe in about 2 years or 3 years time, maybe about 300-400 crores will be required. So agency losses are coming down, efficiency is coming up, overall our own production is becoming better, trading is becoming better. So MECL also is reforming and all of these things are happening. So I am telling you all of this not to give you headache or not to give excuses, but I think the public should know the whole story.